Hello, my name is Trisha Badong, and I'm an NP student here at Holy Names University. This is a theory presentation relevant to the role of an APN. The first part is interview details with Nadia Santana. The second part is Theory of Culture Care, Diversity and Universality by Madeleine Leininger. Third part is application of the culture theory, its strengths and its weaknesses. I chose to interview Nadia Santana, DNP, FNP, BC. Because I was inspired by the book that she wrote, The Ultimate Nurse Practitioner Guidebook. I got curious. I wanted to know the theories that backed up her practice. She's a traveler NP. She has been to Massachusetts, Hawaii, and Africa. She has been an NP for 4.5 years now. She speaks Spanish and French, and her ethnicity is Egyptian American. I reached out to Nadia through her website. She owns an NP mentorship program, which she has a mission to support, mentor, and empower other nurse practitioners. She emailed back, then I scheduled a phone interview. Talking to Nadia, I got to know her philosophies. She believes in a healthy body and mind. She understands and respects patients. She gives her best all the time because sometimes you're it for the patient. And she believes in a plant-based diet. I asked Nadia to define some concepts for me. She said health is wellness of body and mind. She said culture is the totality of the events around a person, including their lifestyle and their food. Family is a friend, a blood relative, your inner circle. To classify Nadia's theory, I have gathered her background, philosophies, concepts, usefulness in practice, and I've ended up with the middle range theory. And it's the theory of culture care, diversity, and universality. Get ready for part 2. We're going to talk about Madeleine Leininger. Her history is quite unique during her time. Her father was German, and her mother was Irish. She was a nursing theorist, a nursing professor, and the developer of transcultural nursing. She had an interesting education ladder. She got her basic nursing, her BSN, her master's in psychiatry, and her doctorate in anthropology. What was the disconnect for Leininger? She was a psychiatric nurse in a child rehab where the patients came from a diverse ethnic background. She got culture shock. She didn't know how to take care of these patients. She felt inadequate knowledge of cultural factors. Cue her PhD in anthropology, which is the study of human beings. To me, this is how I see it. Anthropology plus nursing had a baby, and it's transcultural nursing. The purpose of the theory was to discover, document, know, and explain the interdependence of care, culture, and phenomenon, its differences and similarities between and among cultures. Here are a few assumptions of the theory. Care is the essence of nursing. Transcultural nursing is both humanistic and scientific. No care, no healing. Culture care guides decision making. Theory concepts from Leininger. Care is assisted and supportive. Health is a state of well-being. Culture is learned life ways. Environment is the sum of an event that gives meaning to action. It can be geophysical, ecological, spiritual, and even technological. Leininger developed the Sunrise Enabler. It is used as a method to assess culture and healthcare determinants. Leininger developed the Sunrise Model to visually portray interacting elements of the theory. Its focus is on cultural and social structure dimensions. Let's break down the Sunshine Enabler. The first sunshine ray is technological factors. In Haiti, it was hard drawing A1C because there was no storage units. They had to use reusable ice packs and a thermometer. Religious beliefs. The Kenyan Maasai would rather pray than take their anti-malaria medication. Kinship factors. Female Minnesotan Somalis were never left alone, and family would extend visiting hours. Cultural ways. Breast cancer survivors in Thailand truly believed in Kandan medicine. Biological factors. Immigrant Somalis are at risk for mental health issues. Political factor. A study recommended public policy efforts for homeless Appalachians. Haitians chew on sugar cane and eat dirt mud cookies because of poverty. Health literacy is needed to navigate the healthcare system. Culture care modes to help in decision making by Leininger. Accommodation is adapting culture to one's care. Preservation is retaining cultural values to one's care. Restructuring is having mutual understanding to modify lifeways for better outcomes. Theory strengths. The theory serves as a cultural guide, helping with worldwide challenges like Zika and Ebola. It also helps with the health of the nation when culturally competent providers help eradicate communicable diseases like tuberculosis. It decreases cost and cultural stress and conflict. Now let's talk about theory weaknesses. Healthy People 2010 has not been met. It hasn't eliminated disparities. Increased migration, multiple heritage, causes cultural evolution. Changing demographics of students, lack of prepared faculty hinders cultural transformation. No money, no research, no evaluation of quality of teaching. Cultural care. Clinical application. Culture care is needed, now and in the future, to vulnerable complex populations like the undocumented, migrant workers, tenant farmers, and the homeless. Culture care should be and can be applied in areas with geographic isolation, lack of transportation, and health insurance diversities. Rapidly moving populations bring unfamiliar diseases, new diseases, and treatments in medicine which can be challenging to providers. For example, refugees from Africa bring malaria that providers are not familiar with. Medicine and treatment considered complementary within the culture of Western medicine may be considered routine in other cultures. Unfortunately, insurance companies' approval for a drug therapy regimen is often guided by drug studies among homogeneous population only. Ethnopharmacological example in practice. Consideration is needed before giving carbamazepine to Asians with the HLA-B gene. Gene testing is needed to avoid Stevens-Johnson syndrome. Culture evolution is here now and is our future. Care and culture should be standard of practice. The bottom line is diverse cultures with meaningful care produces safe healthcare. This is Trisha Badong. Thanks for watching.